Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. It is Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am here today to work on our Altered Magazine memory book. And I think today we may be able to fill up or finish it up, at least the basis of it, and then we can start making and adding ephemera. But before we get started, a quick shout out to some of our returning subscribers. Today, Barbie Barnum, Stacy Lynn, and Celeste from Woodland Inspired. Thank you for being so supportive and for being wonderful friends and subscribers. I appreciate you. And for all of you who are new, welcome. If you enjoy art, paper crafting, DIY projects, thrifting for vintage treasures, and everything in between, then you are in the right spot. So welcome. What we've been working on in this series was a viewer request from my friend Karen, who wanted to do an altered book, and we are using a magazine. So this is what we had decided we would use for the cover. However, when I put it on there, I don't think it looks that fabulous. So I have this piece of paper I thought we could add to it. And then why not make this interactive and make these two pockets? But secret, because we won't even put a little thumb notch. So that's what we will do, but not until after we've put all of our goodies in. So we did cover the magazine. This is with wallpaper. And I'm just going to show you what we did so far. And then we'll finish up the pages that we've got. Okay. So, oh, we have Houston. We have a problemo. I just pulled that right up. Which, that shouldn't really surprise me because it is wallpaper. I may have to sew around this. Just for good measure, which will be cool. I'll have to change out my thread probably. Well, I guess I could use white. Black would look better though. Yeah, that just popped right off of there. That's not good. This was the field guide to, well, we'll see it on one of these pages, I'm sure. Field guide to Everyday Magic, and it's from Bella Grace, which is a Stampington magazine. Okay. It's okay, Ruby, go lay down. So the first one, in this particular one, you'll find that I did keep a lot of the original prompts, if you will, or photos, and then just kind of incorporated it together. And I'll show you some of the papers and pages that we're going to work with. So on this one, we have a pocket here and a pocket here, and then it flips over, and this is just writing space, as is this. So this is a prime example. This was the way the page was, but it's great for journaling. The next page, we kept, I thought this was beautiful. I added this little butterfly. We have two little pockets that we can pop things in. That is also made from wallpaper. And this one we left as well. And this is just writing space. We added some old vintage tape. Nothing, fancy. We're just doing pretty, basic stuff here. Okay, on this one, I think I did this one off camera. What's going on here? We're having a problem. Huh. Did I just do that? No. Okay, so on this one, I covered the flaps. I've glued everything down. I put a little background paper here, covered the flaps, and then just made these big pockets, incorporating what was already there, except for this one. This was from another page. So when I pulled all the pages out of this book, I put them aside and kept them. And this is one of those recycled pages. So I have two big pockets there. Oh yeah, it wrinkled. Oh well. This is writing space. And then this one I did off camera as well. Remember, we folded this down to make a pocket, this one down. So we have a pocket here, a pocket here. And I just, cut some papers to fit inside. And then I believe I glued two pages together. So this is where we are right now. We're at this point. I don't know if there's any other ones that are done, but we're just going to go for it. Oh, I just pulled off that writing. Okay. So what do we got? I have this wallpaper. and this. All right, let's see what we're going to do with it. All right, I'm assuming that I had the intention of putting this in here since it was like that when I opened it up. And then this, will it fit without me having to cut it? Hallelujah, it will. Okay, so we've got that. But do we need something, or do we just leave it with half of her hand there? I don't know. I don't think it looks bad. It kind of all goes together, doesn't it? All right, we're just going to leave it for now. If I come back and say, oh, that's horrible, then we'll fix it. All right, so the first thing we need to address is we need to glue down our loose edges so that when it's made into a pocket, we won't have any issues. How are y'all doing today? I am recording this. I was so tired. I did so many videos yesterday and I was so exhausted. And I slept like a baby. And so I hopped up. I'm going to Omaha today for the weekend. So I hopped up and I was like, you know, I am just going to try to do a couple of more videos. Now we're going to lay this one down. And we're not going to glue everything together yet. So just hang in there. I'll just see if I can get a video or two done before I have to leave. So I'm doing a little jammy crafting. Actually, I threw on a sweatshirt because it was freezing this morning when I took Ruby out. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now the one thing you want to, I need a wipe. The one thing you want to be cognizant of is when you're putting these in there, just make sure you're tucking it into as far in, you understand what I push it in as far as you can into the crease so that it kind of, it looks like we got a little extra here. Okay, is it pretty? Yeah, we're pretty good. Okay, and then I'm just going to use my old spatula that I took off the handle and just kind of get that down. Okay, so far so good. Now we're just going to flip that up for right now. Let that sit there. And then we're just going to put this whole thing in there. So we'll start here. Oh, Demi's home. Yeah, so this would be nice to get this all finished, and then we can just concentrate on doing all of our ephemera, which I think what we'll do is, you know, we've got all our pockets and our tucks. So the first thing we will do is go through all of my pre-made goodies and see what we've got. I do have a few things from the magazine that I think we could make some things out of. And the beauty of this is because it's a full magazine, which you guys know, like full-size binders and things like this are my favorite. I would much rather do them that way, but that means we can use extra big. I'm trying to be very gentle with this because it's fragile. It's old. And again, I'm trying to get this without ripping it. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let's see what this looks like. I like it. Do we want a notch in it? We may as well, huh? Why not? I am not going to distress this because sometimes wallpaper doesn't take to the distressing very well, just so you know. Okay, now I think we're good to, wait a minute. Let's see what we're going to do on this other side. Okay, these are going to get glued together just to sturdy it up, and then we got another. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now we're just going to glue. I'm so it stays together. And I hope you guys are finding that this is a very, very easy way to create a journal, and it's a great first time journal project. And I have some videos that I want to be doing about shopping your house before, if you're thinking you're going to start a journal, junk journaling, before you get carried away, consider all the things that you can find in your house. Magazines are something that most of us, okay, what I'm doing right now, just time out. I'm just gluing these together just to give it a little, to sturdy it up. Is something we probably have laying around, or, our neighbors do, or we can find them easily, even if they're like, oh, we get like a monthly town magazine, and it features different people throughout the community and such. I actually used to write for them. We're not for the town that I live in, for the place where my where the venue was. Okay, so that was a lot of work. All right, now with, oh, Ange. Okay, it came up. Just getting that really nice. And all right, so now we are good. However, I'm not liking that that's not exactly even. So, yep, I'm going to try it. It's a bold move, Cotton. It's better. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a magazine. It's not supposed to be. It's a junk journal. It's supposed to have little nuances. Okay, so this one, this is already glued. So 2 of these pieces were glued together, and this is just an up tuck. So that's, and you could write on all of it. So that's good to go. I feel like, okay, so this one, what's the story here? We have a tuck here, we have a pocket here, and I'm guessing that I planned on gluing maybe this together. I don't know. I guess we shall see. I don't like, where did all that glue come from? All right, I feel though like we rolled this over a couple times so that I think we're gonna have to put something on here, maybe a belly band or something, because I don't like the way that, maybe we can do that right now. Let's see what I've got, and that way you can see some of the things that I pulled out. How's that sound? Come on, there we go. All right, so what do I have here? Let me just grab this whole stack. All right, I did grab out some of my digitals. Some of these are, I mentioned it in, I don't know which video because I did so many of them, but are to be issued because I made them and have not done much with them yet. Okay, I did these because I thought that they would make fun. Let's put these up here. These would make fun pockets and such. These are just pages I thought we could use. A lot of them are blank. Okay, let's look at this again. So we got the lavender. Ooh, you know what? Could we? Wanted to use this. I have more. It doesn't. Well, yeah. Look, they're daisies. So if we cut this, I think we're going to try it. Hang on. Okay, so let's think this through. It's going to be kind of fragile, but that's all right. All right, so it needs to, okay, there we go. It needs to go right about here, but I don't want to cover that. So I'm thinking we need to slice and dice this. About right here. So let's just kind of fold this over and see. Does that look funny though? I I'm not sure I really like it. I was thinking about using it as a pocket, you know, but I'm thinking that might not be. All right, let's think of another option. I really wanted to use that. Well, what's this all about? Will this work? No. I'm guessing that none of my flowers. You know, let's wait until we do ephemera, and I think we can find something that we could do with that. That's what we will do. Right now, we're just putting the structure together. Okay, what do we have here? Some pretty wallpaper. Okay, so this is clearly, it's a big pocket up here. It's staying how it is. This has already been put together as a pocket. We did that before. And remember, we had all that extra, so we had to glue it down. And then I did reinforce it with some med tape. So maybe, was I planning on doing this? Let's see. Oh yeah, that looks good. However, let's see how much we need to cut off. So basically what you're doing is just kind of tracing, if you will, your papers and then trimming them up. It's that easy. It's that easy peasy. Oops. I don't know that that's really that straight, but we're rolling with it. Okay, now let's put that in. Let's see. And remember, we're going to try to tuck this in as well as we can. This was one of them that we took the pages out or half the pages out. I want the flowers to show. So now we're going to cut this off. All right, let's do that. Because otherwise it looked a little funny, didn't it? There we go. And if you're wondering what I was doing and while I was being so quiet, I was just lining it up against that grid on that mat. All right, now let's see how that looks. Much better. Okay, so we're going to glue this. I was just thinking about that wallpaper on the front, and my guess is because it was kind of slick, the magazine front, that's probably why it was peeling away from there. So one thing that you can do is rough it up a little bit before you glue down. Oh, that's driving me crazy. Yeah, before you glue down your pages. Okay, so then one thing you can do, you have to do this every once in a while, is kind of, with the magazine, it's not nearly as bad as it is with a book. I see a piece that's needs to come out of there. There we go. Now I got an itch on my eyeball. Hang on. Okay. All right, now we need to glue this one down. Let's just grab the glue. I did just add just a little smidgy there. And see, kind of hold them up like that so that you get it as close to the page, and it's not always going to be exactly perfect. That's okay. We will fix it later. All right. There we go. Okay, that is done. See how that's... Now, if I was patient, I would just wait, and then I would fix it. But I'm not going to. I'm just going to keep going, and we'll work on it later. I may have to add... Let's just do that now. Some washi there, because those were those pages that we cut down, and we don't want it to be all wankety wank. Ouch. Ow. And I'm going to stick a little of the art glitter glue in here. See if that helps at all. This is the Amity Bloom tape. I am not a huge fan of washi, just because it just doesn't stay very well. That's why I'm gluing extra down. But that does look cute, and it's kind of tying these two together. Well, that's better, but certainly not perfect. All right, so let me fix this. You just gotta really work with it, that's for sure. Okay. Carry on. Okay, this one, we're good. It says possibly add a pocket or belly band, etc. Okay, well, we're not going to do that right now. I kind of like it just like that. You know what? No, we're not doing it. We're just going to leave it like that. Possibly use as a hinge. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we need to, let's see, will this, did I already cut this to size? I bet I did. Pretty much. All right, so we're going to put this here. And then we're going to leave that there. Okay, yes. So I did this so that we could cover this and this. And then it'll just be a little flap. Nothing to it. Hi, honey.
I have to go take a test. I have to go back now.
Okay, honey. Are you, for the rest of the, I mean, are you not coming back?
Love you.
I love you. Be good. I'll check in with you. Good luck on your test. So there we go. This is, I don't know. I like this. Paper a lot. I don't know where I got it at. It was just, it was probably in my it was probably in my stash is what I'm guessing. All right, so we're going to pop that. Bless your heart. As far in as we can. Let's see if we can push this. I'm going to turn this way. Ruby, she's always into something, up to something. Usually it's not good. Okay, there we go. Again, I'm just squishing it down in there. There we go. Okay, do we want this one here and the words over here? Or do we want the words here? I think we want the words there and then this here. That's what we're gonna do. And as you can see, this is a really, I mean, it doesn't take a long time to finish a journal like this. The part that takes the longest is just deciding on how you want your layout and what you want, how you want to adapt your pages. And once you figure that out, the rest is pretty smooth sailing. Okay, now do you see how that's just a little bit longer? That's okay, because I think they both are. So we should be okay when we put them to sandwich them together. I'm trying to think what big projects. I've been working on a lot of ephemera and some kind of beginner-friendly, quick tip type videos. Whoops. And I need to get back to making some more journals. I need to get that tea time journal finished, which that is going to, with me, oh, Angela, to Omaha. See what I'm saying about this? You gotta really tuck it in there. There we go. Now let's go ahead and trim this up. It should be about. And if you have a sewing machine and you're so inclined, you can sew your pages. It's a little tricky, but you can do it. You can do it, I promise. Okay. Let's move all of this. List all of your favorite characters from books, TV, and movies. Okay, we'll leave that like it is. I think that was my intent. This is some of my new digitals too. Oh, yes, this is what I was thinking. So I thought what we could do is, I think if we play our cards right, what we can do, yes, I think what we will do, we're going to try it. We are going to make a line right here very carefully. Did that work? Yes. And I'm going to cut this after I glue this piece to itself. And then we're going to try to make it seamless. And I think I'll use some of that med tape to kind of keep it tucked. So there's our line. We'll come back to that in a second. But our first course of business is gluing this so that it doesn't move. So you're just going to lift it back up. And I know this is probably hard for you to see, but I don't want to tear the top of it. See how it tore just a little bit. The nice part is when you start doing this, you're just reinforcing those pages to make them way more sturdy to use as a journal. So that's a beautiful thing. Okay, let's wait for a second. Okay, wait a minute. Before we do any gluing of any of this down, let's take a look here what we got going on the other page, just to be sure. All right, let's see. Okay, that is going to be covered. We're going to glue these two together because we need extra sturdy stuff because this is our tuxedo. I call it a tuxedo page. So, uh-oh, what happened here? Oh, it's fine. And then I've got some paper there. Okay, we're good. So now I need to cut this on that angle. This was a piece that didn't I needed to reset my ink on my printer so you can see it's got some lines in it, and that's why where'd that line go? Oh, is it on this one? It's on this one. I was like, wow, I'm really going blind. Oh my gosh. All right, so what I'm doing is just kind of putting that on that 6-inch mark. There we go. Now I need to be gentle because we want to use this for the top. So you're getting a lot out of your paper, right? All right, so this, let's put our book weight on there. And the reason I'm using the Fabri-Tac for almost all of these is because it's a lot more play, meaning I can adjust because, you know, there's movement when you close the book. You gotta have to adjust. If you use this art glitter glue that I have sitting over here for that kind of thing, once you lay it down, it is really difficult to get it to come back up. So just be aware of that. Did I just do that? No, I didn't. Okay, this is going to be a little tricky. Okay, let's start. I'm just going to kind of lay it down there, and then I'm going to push this in as far as I can and push it up. You see what I'm saying with that? I'm able to move it fairly well. And we'll just give it some love. And just so this doesn't, like when you're tucking things in it, because I made it kind of, I mean, it's pretty tight right up to that line. I'm just going to put a little bit right here. And see, you can't really see that much, so that's good. It's all going to be underneath it. It just disappears. We just need a little bit of it on there. I could have probably cut that in half and saved it, but I didn't, so there's that. All right, now let's glue this one on here. And again, I'm going to put the glue onto the paper. And the one thing that I like to do, here, I'm going to take this off camera just so I can see a little bit better. When I'm doing these magazines is, as much as I can, unless I have like a really thin page I need to back, I try to use just regular paper, not cardstock. It helps a little bit. But if I have a single page and I wanted to keep it on one side and I need it to be reinforced, then that would be my opportunity to use a piece of cardstock. Okay, again, I'm going to need to, come on. Tuck that in. It's not tucked in all the way. You sometimes just need to do a little shoring up. I don't think I was going to ink that, but do you think I should? Why not? All right, now we need to glue this together. So we're just gluing at the bottom. Can you guys see that? Or now have I taken you off camera again? Whoa. I am going to glue this piece right here. Right there. Just for good measure. And then we're going to close this up again. Make sure we're good. Gosh, how long have we been going? Just 30 minutes. Oh gosh, my hip. I don't know what I did to it, but it's not good. We're going to glue these together. Easy enough. And then the next time we come back, we will start decorating. We're almost to the end of the magazine. All right. Good job, good job. Okay, so now this one, we first need to glue all of this down, and then my thought was, what was my thought? I don't know. Oh, I wanted to use this bird here. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do. Before we cut, or before we glue it all down, let's mark this where we want to. Try to short up a little bit. Goodness, what is the deal there? It's ridiculous. Okay, put that there. And then I think I wanted this here. So let's do this one too. Do I want it? I guess it'll be okay like that. Come on. Okay. Get this while the getting's good. I need to mark this. Set that aside. Now we can glue these down. So we're just going to